Søren, it's been an amazing few years for Brentford supporters. It's also been an amazing few years for Midtjylland supporters as well.
Yeah, I think that Matthew have a huge impact in both clubs, and since he took over the ownership of Midtjylland, it's been only going up for us. We played in the group stages in the Champions League. We played now group stages in the Europa League, and we lead the board in the Danish Superliga. So it's amazing times for us, and as you said, also in Brentford at the moment. It's such a pleasure for us guys here to follow you guys in the Premier League.
For those who aren't familiar with Midtjylland's history, you haven't been around a huge amount of time. Tell us about how the club came about.
Well, the club fusionated, make a fusion in 1999 between Ikast and Herning, which is two clubs from the lower divisions. Sometimes they played in the Danish Superliga, sometimes they did not. Most of the times they did not. But they agreed to merge the two clubs into one, which is now known as Midtjylland. And for the first period of the club, it was quite a chaotic time. We always are out of money, and we searched for new investors all the time and so on. So until Matthew arrived in 2015, we have been for ups and downs in the club, and we have a few times managed to get in the top of the league and also get in some finals in the Danish Cup and so on, but we never managed to win anything almost. So we are very happy that Matthew drew his love in Midtjylland and decided to go in here.
Just tell us what Midtjylland has achieved since Matthew Benham came on board in 2014.
Well, the club has been founded on talent developing for a long period. Actually, also before Matthew came in here. But we accelerated this work with the talents, and we make a huge investments in our academy since Matthew arrived as well. So also the youth teams are playing now on a regular basis in the Youth Champions League actually. But since Matthew came here, we won the Danish Cup 2 times, and we won the Danish Championship 3 times, and we now played in the Europa League for the second time, and we also managed to play in the group stages in the Champions League for one time. Yeah.
And Brentford isn't the most fashionable part of London or the UK, and Jutland is not the most fashionable part of Denmark, and yet what you've achieved here has really put the area on the map.
Well, Herning is in the countryside. Actually, we are in the middle of the Danish moor in Jutland, and there's nothing here. Herning is a city with about 60,000 citizens, and Ikast with I think like 15,000 citizens or something like that. So it's not obvious that a club from this area is going to be on the top of the Danish league. If you take, for example, Brøndby or FC Copenhagen, which is from the Danish capital with more than 1 million people, they have way better market to do with fans and sponsors and all those things. So we are getting in the top of the league from out of nowhere actually.
For those of us who are Brentford fans, we look back over the last decade and we almost have to pinch ourselves of what's been achieved, where we've come from and where we are now. How does it feel for you, having been a long-time Midtjylland supporter, having seen where you came from and where you are now?
Now we're just proud. We're just really proud of what we achieved as a club, and also what the fan base have achieved. Back in the days when we played our matches in Ikast, an old stadium with like 2,000 seats or something like that, and for now we are playing here in the MSO Arena with 11,000 spectators on a regular basis. The fans have grown so much, and when we are going on away games and so on, we send more than 1,000 people, which is much in Danish standards. So we are just really proud, all of us, and we are happy that we have been on this journey together, and I'm sure that most of the guys in here are more than ready to continue this journey.
How aware are Midtjylland fans of what's going on in our part of West London, what your sister club in West London is achieving at Brentford?
Well, we are looking with the jealous eyes on Brentford. To play in the Premier League it's fantastic, and I'm sure that for the last 2 years when you played in the playoffs, a lot of Midtjylland fans have sitting in front of the TV and hoping that Brentford can make it through. So now see you guys playing the really big clubs on a weekly basis. It's just amazing, and I'm sure that all of us hope that you guys will stay up in the Premier League for the coming years. So yeah, it's also amazing for us because it makes some opportunities for us as a club as well. You've received Frank Onyeka now, which also make an impact on your team over there, and also on the talent basis. Some youth players are being switched between the clubs, and also the trainers and the coaches are going between and use some what they gather as information and knowledge. They share it about between the clubs, and I think that's just really, really good.
FC Midtjylland, til sidste minut. Vi har et på scenen.